गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय जय जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Further consideration of devotional principles. In this connection, there is a statement in the fourth canto, 21st chapter, verse 31 of the Srimad Bhagvatam, wherein King Prithu says to his subjects, "My dear citizens, please note that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually the deliverer from fallen conditioned souls. No demigods can perform this act of delivering the conditioned soul, because the demigods themselves are conditioned. A conditioned soul cannot deliver another conditioned soul. Only Krishna, his bona fide representative, can deliver him. The Ganges water, which is flowing down from the toe of Lord Vishnu, falls upon the earthly planet, another planet, and thereby deliver all the conditions into living entities. So that need is there to speak of the deliverance of persons who are always engaged in the service of the Lord. There is no doubt about the liberation, even if they have a stock of sinful activities from many births. In other words, a person who is engaged in worshiping the deities can minimize his stock of sinful reactions coming from many previous births. This process of worshiping the deity has already been described, and one should try to follow these rules and regulations seriously. So we are continuing reading the Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9, Text 44. Before the text 41,
प्रायेण देव मुनय स्वविमुक्तमुक्ति कामन् चरन्ति विजने न परार्थनिष्ठा नैतं विद्या कृपणा मुमुष एको नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतो नुपश्ये.
स्वविमुक्तिकामा
प्रायेण देवमुनये स्वविमुक्तिकामा
प्रायेण देवमया स्वविमुक्तिकामा
प्रायेण देवमुनयः स्वविमुक्तिकामा
मौनं चरति विजनेन पार्थनिष्ठा
मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठा नैतन्विहाय कृपणा विमुमुक्ष एको नैतन्विहाय कृपणा न विमुमुक्ष एको नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपक्ष्ये नायं नुपुष्ये प्रायेण देवमुनयः स्वविमुक्तिकामा मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठा नैतान् विहाय कृपणान् विमुक्ष एको नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपश्ये प्रायेण देवमुनय स्वविमुक्तिकामा मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठा नैतन्विहाय कृपणान् विमुमुक्ष एको नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपश्ये प्रायेण देवमुनय स्वविमुक्तिकामा मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठा नैतन्विहाय कृपणान् विमुमुक्ष एको नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपश्ये प्रायेण देवमुनये स्वविमुक्तिकामा मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठा नैतन्विहाय कृपणान् विमुमुक्ष एको नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपश्ये
प्रायेण देवमुनयः स्वविमुक्तिकामा मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठा नैतन्विहाय कृपणान्
विमुक्ष एको नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपश्ये प्रायेण generally in almost all cases Deva oh my Lord Munayo the great saintly persons Swa personal own Vimukti Kama ambitious for the liberation from this material world Maunam silently Charanti
They wander in places like the Himalayas forest where they have no touch with the activities of the materialistic.
They wander in places like the Himalayan forests where they have no touch with the activities of the materialist. Vijane in solitary places. Na not Pararthanishtha.
Interested in working for others by giving them the benefit of Krishna consciousness movement.
Interested in working for others by giving them the benefit of the Krishna conscious movement.
By enlightening them with Krishna consciousness.
By enlightening them with Krishna consciousness. Na not Etan these Vihaya leaving aside. Kripanam
Fools and rascals engaging in materialistic activities who do not know the benefit of the human form of life.
fools and rascals engaged in material activities who do not know the benefit of the human life. Vimukshe.
I desire to be liberated and to return home back to Godhead.
I desire to be liberated and return home back to Godhead. Eka alone. Na not. Anyam other. Tvat but for you. Asya of this. Sharanam shelter. Brahmatha
Of the living entities rotating and wandering throughout the material universes.
of the living entity rotating and wandering throughout the material universes. Anupashye do I see.
My dear Lord Nishikade, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities and towns, and they go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence, Mount Abhata. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be delivered alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy, and therefore I wish to bring them back to the shelter at your lotus feet. Therefore, I Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is the decision of the Vaishnava, the pure devotee of the Lord. For himself, he has no problems, even if he has to stay in the material world, because his only business is to remain Krishna conscious. The Krishna conscious person can go even to hell and still be happy. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj says, Nodichaye para duratsaya vajranya. O best of great personalities, I'm not afraid of material existence. The pure devotee is never unhappy in any condition. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 6:17-28. Nayanam parasape nas buddhachana vidyati swapavagram narakeshu apituya dadarshima. Devotees only engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, never fear any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planet, liberation, and the hellish planet are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service of the Lord. For the devotee being situated in the heavenly planets and being in the hellish planets are equal. For the devotee, neither the heavens nor the hell, but with Krishna in the spiritual world. The secret of success of devotees is not understood by the karmis and jnanis. Karmis therefore try to be happy in the by material adjustment, and jnanis want to be happy by becoming one with the Supreme. The devotee has no such interest. He is not interested in the so-called meditation in the Himalayas or the forest. Rather, his interest is the busiest part. His interest is in the busiest part of the world, where he teaches people Krishna consciousness. The Krishna conscious movement was started for this purpose. We do not teach one to meditate in a secluded place just so that one may show that he had become very much at once and made me proud of his so-called transcendental meditation, although engages in all sorts of foolish materialistic activities. The Vaishnava like Prahlad Maharaj is not interested in such a flood of material, of spiritual advancement. Rather, he is interested in enlightening people in Krishna consciousness, because that is the only way for them to become happy. Prahlad Maharaj said clearly, Nayam Twan Eva Sharanam Ramato. Look back here. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of the other people, one cannot be happy. One wanders within the universe life after life, but by the grace of the devotee, a servant of Sri Krishna Mahaprabhu, one can get the clue to Krishna consciousness and then not only become happy in this world, but also return home back to Godhead. This is a real target of life. The members of the Krishna consciousness movements are not at all interested in so-called meditation in the Himalayas or the forest, where one will make a show of meditation, nor are they interested in opening many schools for yoga and meditations in the city. Rather, every member of the Krishna consciousness movement is interested in going door to door, trying to convince people about the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita as it is. The teaching of Lord Chaitanya. That is the purpose of the Hare Krishna movement. The members of the Krishna consciousness movement must be fully convinced that without Krishna one cannot be happy. Thus, the Krishna conscious person avoid all kinds of pseudo spiritualists, transcendentalists, medical harmonists, philosophers, and philanthropists. Prayena Devamuna Yosuvimuktasama Mancharati Jnanena Patkanishta Naikam Vihaya Kripanam Vimuksa Vimuksa Eko Nanyata Ashya Sharanam Brahmato Mutashya. My dear Manishikadev, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities or towns. They go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence, Mauna. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be delivered alone. Leaving aside all these fools and rascals, I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to the shelter of your lotus feet. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Prahlad Maharaj is explaining here what is the difference between Gosyanandi and Vachananandi. Srila Prabhupada comes explain that there are two types of devotees. One who is only interested in perfect his passion and become perfect by practicing meditation in a secluded place. And the other one is the one who goes out and tries to deliver others. Even though both processes are bona fide, and we have in our line people who did not preach much, and we have others, most of them, that they were preaching and writing books and trying to deliver others. Even those who did not preach much, they also were interested in deliver others by a different method, and by instructing only those who were qualified, not just anyone. And then we have like Gorkishore Daswarashi, who was very particular in his preaching, and he often chased people away. They come to take us and he just chased them away. Because he see that not sincere, and he could see the heart of the people. He see that, okay, this person is not really interested, he just wants some material benefits. So I'm not interested to waste my time that I could use in chanting. So he will not be interested in preaching. But the Goskenandi is different because he doesn't care about himself. He doesn't care to be disturbed. And even he takes the risk to disturb others for their benefit. Like we see when the Buddhists they go on book distribution, they can be seen as disturbing other people, and people sometimes say, why you bother me? I want to be a materialistic, why you bother me? I don't want to care about what. But the Buddhists they take this risk because this is a mission that Prabhupada established. Prabhupada created this movement, and it's a teaching movement. It's something that is got the objective of reaching as many people as possible, because the devotee knows, like Prahlad Maharaj said here, that without taking shelter of Krishna, no one can be happy. But people are not convinced of that. Even when we come to Krishna consciousness, we are not so convinced that Krishna is the only way to be happy. So we try to do little bit of this, little bit of that. And the example is given like we are sailing with one foot in one boat and the other foot in the other boat. And then obviously we are not reaching anywhere. Only when we take complete shelter in Krishna, then we can get the full benefit of Krishna consciousness. But it takes time, takes practice, and takes conviction and faith to reach to that point of nishta, of being fixed in devotional service and nothing else. And this is a position of Prahlad Maharaj. He's not interested in material things. He was the richest person in the universe. He was the son of a king. He had everything possible enjoyment available to anyone. But he said, I'm not interested in these things. I don't want it. I just want to serve a lot of people Krishna. And this is the special mercy. We know that the Lord is so merciful, and His devotees is reflecting His mercy by preaching, by propagating Krishna consciousness. So today, not today, but this month we have a very special opportunity, because the all merciful Krishna gave us this month of Kartik. So I would like to spend whatever is left from the class to speak a little bit of Kartiks. I presume that yesterday also they spoke about Kartik, but we can speak the whole month about Kartik, because there are so many glorious pastimes that happen in this month of Kartik. So one of the things that we should know is why is it called Kartik? Because we normally say Damodar Mas, but we also say Kartik Mas. Does anyone know why is it known as Kartik?
Because the Raja is in this Kartik here.
This is not so well known, but Kirtika Sundar is the mother of Srimati Radharani, and Radharani is Kirtika Kumari. And another name of Radharani is Kartik. So this month is especially relevant because the presiding deity of this month is Srimati Radharani. And you know, Srimati Radharani's Prahlad Maharaj, she's always interested in bringing people closer to Krishna. In fact, we cannot go to Krishna without the blessings of Srimati Radharani, because only Srimati Radharani can give us Krishna Prema. Krishna doesn't have Krishna Prema. He doesn't have love for himself. Only Srimati Radharani and his devotees, they have this Krishna Prema, so they can give to others. So many pastimes happen in this month, so we will discuss some of them, but there are so many pastimes and that make these months especially auspicious and especially beneficial if we will practice Krishna consciousness. And another one is that this month is called Gita, when the gopis recite 19 verses which are very, very famous. And the reason is, one time Krishna was playing flute in the deep of a forest. And you know Krishna played different tunes. With some tunes he called the cows, with some other tunes he called the cowherd boys, with some other tunes he called the gopis. So that particular moment he was calling the gopis with his tune. And when the gopis who were engaged in different things, they heard the calling of Krishna, they immediately left everything. But they were so bewildered because they say when you hear the flute of Krishna, you get bewildered. You get confused because it's so enchanting, the flute of Krishna is so enchanting that you forget everything. So some of the gopis, they were feeding the babies, they put the babies aside. Some they were getting dressed, so they put the upper part of the dress on top and the other way around. Some they were applying kajal on their eyes, but they just put kajal on their cheeks. And some they were cooking, so instead of putting salt, when they hear the flute of Krishna, they put chili in their preparation. There was this sound of the flute created so much confusion, but they all knew one thing: we need to go and see Krishna. This is the only thing they knew. So they went to see Krishna, they went to deep on the forest, and when they saw Krishna, Krishna said, "What are you all doing here? You are respectable ladies, you should not be meeting a boy in the dark, in the deep of the forest, just go home." He said, "But you were calling us." And Krishna said, "I didn't call you, I was just playing flute for myself." And she said, "But we want to see you." "Okay, you are seeing me now, so just go home now." But they were not happy with this because they just live for Krishna. They just live for Krishna. They have no other interest, not even in their own families. So they finally convinced Krishna, and Krishna said, "Okay, let's stop this and let's have some dance." The famous Dasa dance which happened in the months of Kartik. And then, when they were dancing, Srimati Radharani said to Krishna, "I'm feeling very tired. Can you carry me on your shoulders?" And Krishna said, "Yeah, sure." So Krishna bent over, and in that moment when Radharani was about to climb on his shoulder, he just disappeared. And then the gopis were looking for Krishna everywhere. They were asking everyone, the trees, the birds, everyone they could meet, they were asking for Krishna. And in the end, they decided to go to the bank of Yamuna and just sit there, waiting for Krishna. And in that mood of separation, they create this Gopi Gita, which is very famous, and they create 19 verses of separation of Krishna. So this all happened during the Kartik months. Another pastime is when Krishna reached his Gauranga age, when he was a little bit elder, and he wanted to become a cowherd boy, a cowherd man, rather. So he went to Mother Yasoda and he said, "Mother Yasoda, I'm already old enough to look after the cows." And Mother Yasoda said, no, the cows, they got horns and it's very dangerous for you to look after the cows. You are still small. But Krishna was not convinced. So they decided to consult with Gandaki, which is a family astrologer. She's in the
Jai.
Okay.
they decided to consult with the astrologer, and the astrologer checked everything and he said, okay, the best time for you to become a color man is tomorrow. So Krishna said, you see, I'm ready, mother. So Krishna wanted to start looking after the cows, but he wanted to go barefoot. And Mother Yasoda didn't like this. She said, no, how you can go? There are so many thorns and feathers on the way. How you can go just without any shoes? You need to wear some type of shoes. And Krishna said, the cows don't wear any shoes and they are okay, so why shall I? And then there was this argument between Krishna and his mother. And finally Krishna said, okay, if you make shoes for all the cows, then I will go make shoes as well. But you know, Nana Maharaj, she had 9,000 cows, so 9,000 multiplied for 4 is like 36,000 shoes. So Maria said, no way I can do that many shoes. But in the meantime, the cows were hearing this conversation between Krishna and Yasoda. And they spoke, they were talking with each other. They said, you see how much Krishna cares about us. He wants to give us shoes. He cares so much about us. So we should do the same for him. So they said that at that moment, all the cows left the Goshala and they started stamping on all the rocks just to make a very fine sand. Like you see when you go to Bhagvatam Parikrama, especially in the inner part of Govardhan, there is this very fine sand. And if you go to places like Raman Reddy, also there is a very fine sand. And this is because the cows wanted to please Krishna. They wanted to make him like a velvet path for him, so he will not experience any discomfort while walking in the forest. And when the gopis heard that, they also wanted to go in the forest to tend the cows with Krishna, because they were used to see Krishna every day. And all of a sudden, Krishna got a job. He's going to work, I'm not going to see Krishna. They were feeling so much separation already because of this. So they said that Srimati Radharani, her physical appearance is like Subal Saka. She looks like Subal Saka, which is one of the friends of Krishna. So she disguised herself as Subal Saka, and all the other gopis, Lalita, Vishaka, they also disguised themselves as gopis, just to go with Krishna. To tend the cows and to be with him. And all this fasting happened during Kartik months. And also the probably most famous pastime was when Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill. That also happened in the months of Kartik. And they said that also in that moment when Krishna was in the forest, all the trees that were there, especially in the place called Kirtaramba, which is a very wonderful place in Vrindavan, the trees were growing up. You see, like this is a natural tendency of the trees, they grow up. But when they were up, they were thinking, oh my God, now we will not see, we are growing so high, we will not see the Lord of feet of Krishna from this high. So they bend down and they start to grow downward. And when they were down, they say, oh, finally we will touch Krishna, lotus feet. But wait a minute, that's not the real thing. The real thing is to serve Krishna, not to just touch his feet. So they start to grow up again. So they were going up and down, and they create these wonderful kunjas. And when you go to Vrindavan, you see, and I remember wondering in Vrindavan, the same thing. how the trees grow in such a very strange way. And now finally, after so many years, I found this the explanation why it happened. So this all this pastime, the Dasa runs with the gopis, Krishna lifting over and king. And also Krishna, in the months of Kartik, he killed many demons. He killed one famous demon, Shankachuda. You know, Shankachuda, he was, he also killed Narakasura, and very interesting, Narakasura was the son of Krishna, and Krishna killed him. Krishna killed his own son. So that is show how Krishna is impartial, and if somebody take the wrong path, Krishna can kill him. But Krishna also defended when the sons of Draupadi were about to be killed, Krishna protected them. So he killed his own son and he protects our sons. Because Krishna is not attached to material concept, he is only attached to protect Dharma and to destroy the religion. And Narakasura, he was creating so many disturbances. He took the earrings of Aditi, he took the umbrella of Varuna. Yes,
I just thought, where you were saying that he saved the sons of Draupadi. I thought the sons of Draupadi had the heads cut.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I will start with okay, yeah. Right. So anyway, thank you for the clarification. So Narakasura, he was creating so many slaves, he was stealing things from the demigods, so Krishna killed him. And he also killed Sankachuda. And Sankachuda is very, very interesting demon, because he assumed the form of a concept. And the plan of Sankachuda, he was that he wanted to steal all the Vedic knowledge from the sages. Something quite unusual for a demon, quite unusual task for a demon to have a plan like that. So he stole all the knowledge from the Vedas and he went in the deep of the ocean. Or the river, I don't remember. So in that moment, Vishnu was sleeping because during the months of Chaturmasya, Vishnu was lying down and he's having this yoga nidra. So he woke up with Kartik during Kartik time. And you know, when mother goes away and she comes home, and the kid said, Mama, you know, when you were sleeping, or when you were awake, this and this happened, and the other thing happened. And the same thing with Krishna, with Vishnu, when he's lying down and he wake up, all the demigods come to him and say, you know, when you were sleeping, this and this happened, and this demon did this, so many affairs happen, so many incidents. So the same way when Mahavishnu woke up from his yoga nidra, all the demigods come to him and explain what Sankachuda was doing. And they said that what Sankachuda did, he stole all Vedic knowledge and he stole all the paraphernalia for puja. Actually, the paraphernalia itself, they went into the water to hide from Sankachuda because he was stealing all the paraphernalia, everything to destroy completely the worship of Vishnu. So Vishnu devised a plan that he went into the deep of the ocean and he killed Sankachuda. But the mantras, they were scattered everywhere in the ocean. So he called all the sages and he said, now we need to go in the water and collect all these mantras that are floating everywhere. And they were very powerful Vedic mantras. So all the sages, they went into the river, into the ocean, and they started to collect mantras. And some they were collecting 2 mantras, another one was collecting 4 mantras. Like this, they managed to collect all the mantras that Sankachuda was trying to destroy. And then the Lord met them in Prayag, and then they collect all the paraphernalia and all the Vedic scriptures and so on. So this also happened during Kartik month. And another very interesting pastime that happened is that the pastime of Durvasa Muni. You know, when Durvasa Muni and Marisha Maharaj, they have this conflict because Marisha Maharaj was fasting, and then when Durvasa Muni came to visit him, there was a time for him to break the fast. And anyway, we know the rest of the pastime. And also, the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj happened during Kartik months. And also there is a pastime of Radha Damodar. Because we are very familiar with Yasoda Damodar. But there is also a pastime with Radha Damodar which didn't happen in this planet, which happened in the spiritual world. And this is also happened during Kartik. It is said that once Srimati Radharani had a meeting with Krishna. They were supposed to meet, but Krishna came 2 hours late. And you know how it's Indian time. It's 1 hour late normally, isn't it? You have a meeting, they come always 1 hour late, but this was too much. He was 2 hours late. So Radharani was very upset with Krishna. She said, how dare you to come so late? We were supposed to meet 2 hours ago. And Krishna started to give all kind of excuses why he was late. How Krishna could be late. So Srimati Radharani took his golden belt and she tied up Krishna to a tree. And then she was keeping him for a while. And this is the pastime that happened in Goloka Vrindavan, and this is known as Radha Damodar. But normally that pastime is more disclosed to the general public, and we normally know the pastime of Damodar with Mother Yasoda when she tied up Krishna with the ropes. But the original pastime is actually with Srimati Radharani, and if you go to the temple of Radha Damodar, you will see that there is a Radha Damodar deity there. And you can see that sometimes they have so much like decoration that is very difficult, but you see there is, if you ask the Puchari, they can show you, they have, can you show the picture? You're looking for it. They have a rope that's tying Krishna to Srimati Radharani. And it's very, very interesting that this is when Krishna gives more mercy. And what is the reason why in some months Krishna gives more mercy than other months? And actually we don't know. But this shows that Krishna is very happy. The Acharya said that in this month of Kartik, Krishna is very happy. So it's like when your boss is very happy, he may give you some extra holidays or may give you some extra money, and we don't know why, just because the boss is happy. And they said that, Acharya said that in this month Krishna is very happy because he's performing the Dasa dance, he's lifting over and he keeps performing so many wonderful pastimes. He's especially in a good mood. So that's why Krishna gave more mercy, and also because the presiding deity of this month is Srimati Radharani, and she's always in that mood of giving mercy to others. That's why this month is very special. But there is something very interesting that we could use to conclude with this class. Is written in a Krishna Kanamrita by Bhima Mangala Thakur in verse 110, which is explained by Shiva Goswami that actually when Mother Yasoda was cooking the milk, she left something pretty because the milk was boiling and she didn't want to waste any milk. But actually her waste or her loss was even bigger because at that moment Krishna broke a big pot of yogurt. So the loss of Yasoda was even bigger. Just because she wanted to save a little bit of milk, she lost a lot of yogurt. So Vivamangala Thakur, he explained that this is the situation in our consciousness. Sometimes we try to get a small thing, but we are having a bigger loss. We try to pursue material things, but we are wasting or we are losing in the chanting, in association with the devotees, in the whole process of Krishna consciousness. So the loss is bigger than what we lose for this petty mentality. So he said that this is, but they also said, Vivekananda Thakur also explained that when after Krishna broke the pot and he was running, Maya Yasoda gave one step after another, and she was getting closer to Krishna until she finally found Krishna. So he said that as long as we are going towards Krishna, if we are approaching Krishna step by step, by practicing, by following Krishna consciousness, we are sure that one day we will be able to bind Krishna with our love. And this is the perfection. And this is the perfection of this pastime as well that Mother Yashoda got by following the same process. So this month is auspicious, and there are so many things we can do to improve the benefits. There are so many things which are recommended. Maybe I don't know if you already spoke about them, but like fasting is recommended. Circumambulate the temple. This is something we cannot hear. It's really difficult, but it's still possible.
Longer.
Huh?
It takes about 40 minutes.
40 minutes now.
Half an hour.
We can chant extra rounds. We can make the vow. There's so many pratas we can make. You see in Vrindavan, when a Kartik month starts, you see Dinavandi Prabhu, he makes a big yagya, and everyone come and they do this all these pratas, and every devotee make their own pratas. And all pratas, they are different according to our capacity. For some will be to chant 16 rounds, for others will be to chant more, for others to do more service, to read more, whatever we can do, because this month is especially we magnify whatever spiritual activity we do. And this is very special. We don't have every month. We have only 1 month to do these things. So we try to do as much as possible. And we can say, okay, I may do or may not do, but this is also explained in the 12th chapter of the Letter of Devotion that if we would neglect Kartik months, then this is also quite offensive. It's very offensive to neglect. Like when we neglect Ekadashi, we neglect our spiritual practice. So to neglect Kartik is also very offensive. So we should try our best, sincerely try to improve our spiritual life. There is always room for improvement, whichever our position may be. And by doing this, we know we are following in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, Mother Yasoda, and all the sages who are still collecting mantras to give to us. So this is a very auspicious occasion. So if you have any questions or comments, practical.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Beautiful pastimes are shared, and you're always with very good stories. You give class, and it's always entertaining. Wanted to ask small thing. The story when you were mentioning about the trees, they were going like this
Yeah.
and making small kunjas, and of the Radha Damodar story of the spiritual world you were mentioning. Can you tell the reference of these two stories, Prabhu? Because it got me like quite intrigued. So I just wanted to.
I don't have the reference. This I heard in a lecture. I can forward you the lecture. I can forward the lecture. This I heard a lecture from one, I forgot her name. I think she lives in Leicester. It's a very nice Gujarati Mataji. Uh, I really love her lectures. She did very, very nice lecture. And she was talking one time about Kartik and she mentioned this. But unfortunately I don't have her is my reference. And also one thing I forgot to mention that that something that very important that which happened and which is most relevant for us is that in Kartik was when Srila Prabhupada left this planet.
Hmm.
Prabhupada left this planet in the evening of 14th of November 1977. And he also received instructions by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati to propagate Krishna consciousness in Kartik during Kartik time. So many things happen in this, so many pastimes. This Mataji who I mentioned, she mentioned like so many more, so many pastimes that happen. And this, we have also this Sharada Purnima. I think it was yesterday night, isn't it?
Hmm.
I made sweet rice and I put it on the roof of
Oh.
my.
Hmm.
I somehow managed to do it. And they said that when you eat this sweet rice, they have healing properties and so on. And this is also happened during this week.
I heard that Radha, the reason we say Radha Damodar rather than Yashoda Damodar is because when Yashoda was struggling to tie Krishna, and eventually somebody took a rope from Radharani's braid, and when they tied that, then Krishna was bound. So then we say Radha Damodar.
Yeah, this is another one. The one is this one, and there is always more than one more reason. Another thing is that you see that it's Yasoda who tied up Krishna, but this the father of Krishna, the father of Krishna who untied him. So this is like our situation in the material world. Sometimes Maya is the one who tied up us, but it's only Krishna who can deliver, who can untie us. So this is another interesting point. Okay, shall we finish here?
Jai.
Shikartik Brata ki
Jai.
Lamya ki
Jai. Jai.
Jai.